Okay, so we took a few minutes out to have a chat with Gel. Really want to talk a bit about your angling, Gel, the type of angler you are. To me, it's a bit of a dying breed nowadays. Sort of, instead of a lot of anglers go to lakes to catch as many fish as they can, you really are a target man, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I've been carp fishing now, if I can remember properly, and it's going to make me sound really old, it has to be 30 odd years. So I am getting old now. And in the early days when I was fishing, it was all about going out and getting a bite and just being out with the lads and having a party as well as fishing. That was all part of it. And I love getting a run, don't get me wrong. I loved catching carp like we all do. But over the years, it's just sort of progressed into more of an obsession with singling out certain fish that live in or reside in certain lakes. And I seem to get more of a buzz out of that. I still like having the old party with my mates and all that, but I find myself now fishing on my own most of the time because it's that sort of mindset. I'm on a lake and I'm there and I'm 2 or 3 days a week now. Tunnel vision, like, you know.
What is it that makes you target one? What is it about a fish that makes you go, that's the one I've got to have in my album?
You've got to like a fish that there's different factors really. I mean, it'd be like the hardness of catching the fish makes it more interesting. The fish itself, like the looks of the fish, how old it is, and different types of things attract me to that type of fish. Like, you know, over the years, wanted to catch shoulders out of Halton, and I wanted to catch the big ones out of Sutton at home, but that was just trying to get a bite over there, but they all counted over there, every single one of them. But singling out the bigger fish or the special fish in the bigger waters is hard work. And at the minute I'm currently on a 50-acre lake and there's only a low stock of 25 to 30 fish, I'm told. Sometimes you wouldn't think there was 10 in there, like, you know. But it's that attraction, I like that challenge, like, you know what I mean?
And when you get there, sort of you're on these massive waters, very, very low stocked, how do you go about tracking them down?
A lot of it is learn the water via, I mean, I'll always know people that's fished there and I'll do all the research on the lake before. I try and sort of learn about, if I'm after this particular fish, where it's been caught. I know where it's been caught for the last couple of seasons or the one I'm after now. And believe me, they do have habits, like, and they do have routines. The fish that I'm currently after came out at the top end of the lake like it did the previous late winter, and it done it again this year. So they do have habits, and you can track them down like that. Try and be in a certain area at a certain time of the year, especially on the big waters. But the rest of it's all down to good old watercraft, mate, really, using your eyes and your ears at night and just being on the ball and getting around the lake, looking for them, finding them.
The thing I really admire about your angling is once you set a target, you go to the end. I phone you probably every February, March, every year we have a chat. Yeah. I ask you what your plan is. Yeah. I speak to a lot of the other boys as well, and throughout the year their plans change, whether it's family, whether it's work. When you start, you finish. Yeah. Whenever you've had a target, you've always gone. How do you keep the mindset? Because a lot of anglers want to know, how do you keep the mindset going to keep positive?
It used to be, years ago, I'd start on the water and I weren't ready for it, really, to be honest. In my heart and in my mind I'm ready for it. I'll get on the water, but in my heart I wasn't really ready for it. I weren't ready for not catching, I weren't ready for the blanks, perhaps I weren't ready for the long journey, and my mindset wasn't right. And maybe now I've got older and I've got a sort of certain approach now, I get stuck into it, and it's just like tunnel vision. I'd probably go on the water years ago, I want to catch so-and-so, I'd start out, I've done it on lakes over the years, I've started out with all good intentions, and after a couple of 3 weeks blank, you think, you know what, I can't do this no more, I want to go and catch a carp, because the drive's still there to catch them. But then over the years, as time's gone on, and I've sort of got into that style of fishing, I find it, I enjoy it even more so. Like, the buzz is the next session, the next session, the next session. If I don't catch this week, I catch it next week, and so on. You just keep going and going
with the right mindset.
Yeah.
Well, before I let you go, I've got to ask, one fish in the country right now that you haven't caught, that you would love to catch, what would it be?
Oh, blimey. The one I'm after at the minute. Really? Yeah, why not? It's my target for the time being, otherwise I wouldn't be after it. Brilliant. So the one that I catch now will be the one that I ideally want to catch. And then I'll move on to somewhere else afterwards.
Well, hopefully we'll look forward to seeing you that one in the album very soon.
We'll catch up with you.
Brilliant, cheers.
Cheers, mate.